Donald J. Trump, the 45th President of America, was perhaps the most interesting one so far. His real estate and media background meant that he was often very animated and an interesting character to be around. But he was also the most controversial figure in the office. It included the order of banning people from Iran, Iraq, Somalia, Libya, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen from visiting the United States for 90 days, which sparked mass protests around America and the world. His relationship with North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, got off to a rocky start, with the president referring to Kim as Rocket Man, and the two trading barbs and threats of military action. He was also a real estate tycoon before becoming president. Here is Trump's rise from real estate to presidency. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York City, to Fred Trump, a real estate developer, and Mary Ann MacLeod Trump, a Scottish immigrant. Growing up in the affluent Jamaica Estates neighborhood of Queens, Trump attended the Kew Forest School. At the age of 13, Trump's parents sent him to the New York Military Academy, hoping to channel his energy and assertiveness. This surely would have a lasting impact on his personal and professional life later on, and show in his business and politics. Excelling both academically and in extracurricular activities, Trump's early years laid the groundwork for his future success. He later pursued higher education at Fordham University and the Wharton School, graduating in 1968 with a degree in economics. Trump then joined his father's real estate business, marking the beginning of his journey in the real estate industry. Donald Trump began his real estate career in the 1970s by taking over his father's company, Trump Management, which focused on racially segregated middle-class rental housing in the New York City boroughs of Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. He later renamed the company the Trump Organization. One of his notable projects during this period is Swifton Village apartment complex. One of Trump's first projects was the attempted turnaround of the troubled complex in Cincinnati, Ohio. His father, Fred Trump, had purchased the property at foreclosure for $5.7 million in 1962. One of his most exciting projects was the Trump Tower. It is a prominent skyscraper located at 721 Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, New York City. Completed in 1983, it played a pivotal role in shaping Trump's public image and establishing his brand as a real estate mogul. Its location on Fifth Avenue between 56th and 57th Streets is a prime location in Midtown Manhattan. It was designed by architect Der Scoot in collaboration with Trump himself, and it stands 58 stories tall. The building is a mixed-use development, featuring a combination of commercial and residential spaces. The lower floors are dedicated to high-end retail spaces, including the renowned Trump Tower Atrium, which houses upscale shops and restaurants. It is home to some of the most luxurious residential units in New York City. The apartments are known for their opulence, with features such as marble floors, gold accents, and panoramic views of the city. One of the distinctive features is its public atrium, a multi-story space with a waterfall and a bronze sculpture of Atlas holding the world on his shoulders. The atrium served as a focal point for visitors and shoppers, contributing to the overall grandeur and exclusivity associated with the Trump brand. Donald Trump himself lived in the penthouse of Trump Tower. This added a personal touch to the building and showcased his confidence in the luxury and security of his own development. It was a critical element in the marketing strategy of Donald Trump. Its completion and success helped elevate his public profile as a wealthy and successful real estate developer. His brand became synonymous with luxury, extravagance, and opulence, with the tower serving as a tangible representation of these qualities. The construction and completion of the tower received extensive media coverage. Donald was often featured in newspapers and on television, showcasing the tower as a symbol of his business acumen. The success of Trump Tower laid the foundation for Trump's subsequent real estate projects. The attention garnered from this development helped him secure financing and partnerships for future ventures. It was a landmark project that not only contributed to the Manhattan skyline, but also played a crucial role in shaping his public persona and establishing the Trump brand as a symbol of luxury and success in the world of real estate. This largely contributed to the success of his book, The Art of the Deal. It is a memoir and business advice book written by Trump and author Tony Schwartz. Published in 1987, the book provides insights into his life, career, and business philosophy.
Look, it's complicated, but whatever it takes to trade that.
It played a significant role in shaping his public image and contributing to his reputation as a successful businessman. This book is presented as an autobiographical account of his life and career up to the mid-1980s. It delves into his early experiences, his entry into the real estate business, and the various deals that defined his trajectory in the industry. The book outlines Trump's business philosophy and approach to deal-making. In the book, he emphasizes the importance of thinking big, being persistent, and trusting one's instincts. He also discusses the art of negotiation and the significance of playing hardball to achieve favorable outcomes. The book features several of his successful real estate deals, providing readers with a behind-the-scenes look at the negotiations and decision-making processes. Success stories, such as the construction of Trump Tower, the acquisition of the Grand Hyatt Hotel, and the development of Trump Plaza, serve to highlight his business acumen. The book was strategically released during a period when Trump was gaining national attention. The book served as a platform for him to present himself as a successful entrepreneur and deal maker. It contributed to the building of the Trump brand by presenting him as a larger-than-life figure in the business world. The book quickly became a bestseller, spending several weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. Its success helped him reach a broader audience beyond the business and real estate sectors, further enhancing his public profile. The Art of the Deal very soon became a cultural phenomenon, and its success contributed to the celebrity status of Donald Trump. The book was widely discussed in the media, and his persona as a self-made, successful businessman became a key part of popular culture. The book laid the groundwork for Trump's eventual entry into politics. His image as a decisive and successful leader, as portrayed in the book, appealed to a large segment of the American public. Even after its initial release, it continued to be referenced and discussed, especially during Trump's political career. The book remained a staple in discussions about Trump's business background and negotiating style. It was a crucial element in shaping Donald Trump's public image. It not only provided a platform for him to showcase his business success, but also contributed to his broader cultural and political influence. The book's bestseller status and enduring impact highlight its significance in the narrative of Trump's career and public perception. In the late 1980s, Donald Trump took on ambitious real estate projects, like renovating the Plaza Hotel and acquiring the Trump Shuttle, relying heavily on borrowing. The early 1990s brought an economic downturn and a real estate market decline, hitting Trump and other developers hard. In 1990, the Trump Taj Mahal Casino filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, followed by other Atlantic City properties. To tackle his financial challenges, Trump negotiated debt restructuring.
At the historic meeting of showbiz and big biz, music's magic man and the Midas mogul ran the media gauntlet to open the world's glitziest casino.
Selling assets for cash, including personal items like his yacht and Trump Shuttle stake. The corporate bankruptcies affected both his personal finances and public image. Despite setbacks, Trump retained control of some assets, emphasizing resilience and brand rebuilding. Over time, he stabilized financially, engaging in ventures like licensing his name. The 1990s financial struggles became a learning experience for Trump, shaping his later approach to debt and leverage. Donald Trump's entry into politics was a gradual process that spanned several years, marked by intermittent expressions of interest in running for president. In the late 1980s, Donald Trump first publicly mentioned the possibility of running for president. However, he did not take any concrete steps towards an official campaign. His interest in politics was more speculative at this point, and he did not pursue the idea further. In 2000, Trump took a more serious step towards a presidential run by forming an exploratory committee for the Reform Party. He briefly sought the presidential nomination, but eventually withdrew from the race, citing issues with the party's internal divisions and infighting. In the lead-up to the 2004 election, there was speculation about Trump considering a presidential run. However, he publicly denied any plans to enter the race, His interest in a presidential run gained momentum in the lead-up to the 2012 election. He toyed with the idea, gaining publicity through media appearances, where he questioned President Barack Obama's birthplace. However, he ultimately decided not to run for office. Even after the 2012 decision not to run, Trump remained in the public eye. His involvement in political discourse continued through commentary on various issues and occasional speculation about a future presidential run. In June 2015, Donald Trump officially announced his candidacy for the 2016 presidential election in a speech at Trump Tower. His campaign focused on themes such as immigration, trade, and economic nationalism. Trump's unorthodox style and controversial statements set him apart from other Republican candidates. The campaign gained momentum during Republican primaries. He won several key states, securing the party's nomination. His outsider status and appeal to a broad base of voters contributed to his success in the primaries. On November 8, 2016, Donald Trump won the United States presidential election, defeating the Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton. This election result surprised many, as most polls and political pundits had predicted a Clinton victory. Trump secured key victories in several battleground states, particularly in the Midwest, which played a crucial role in his electoral college win. The electoral college system, rather than the popular vote, determines the outcome of the United States presidential election. He was inaugurated as the 45th President of the United States on January 20, 2017. His inauguration speech set the tone for his presidency, emphasizing a populist message and the prioritization of America First policies. In his speech, he highlighted his vision of putting American interests above global concerns and pledged to focus on issues such as job creation, economic growth, and national security. Early in his presidency, President Trump used executive orders to enact policy changes without congressional approval. Here are some notable executive orders and policy actions from the early days of his administration. On January 27, 2017, Trump signed an executive order temporarily suspending the entry of citizens from 7 predominantly Muslim countries, including Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen, into the United States.
It's not a Muslim ban, but we're totally prepared. It's working out very nicely. You see it at the airports, you see it all over. It's working out very nicely, and we're going to have a very, very strict...
The order faced legal challenges and protests, leading to subsequent revisions. Shortly after taking office, Trump signed an executive order on January 23, 2017, formally withdrawing the United States from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a trade agreement involving 12 Pacific Rim countries. The move aligned with Trump's America First trade policy, which emphasized bilateral negotiations over multilateral agreements. Throughout his campaign and presidency, Trump expressed a commitment to repealing and replacing the Affordable Care Act, commonly known as Obamacare. However, legislative efforts such as the American Health Care Act and the Better Care Reconciliation Act faced challenges in Congress, and a comprehensive repeal of Obamacare did not materialize. Trump pursued a deregulatory agenda aimed at reducing government regulations on businesses. This included executive actions and directives to review and eliminate regulations perceived as burdensome to industries such as energy, finance, and environmental protection. These early executive orders and policy actions reflected key elements of Trump's campaign promises and policy priorities, shaping the trajectory of his administration in its initial months. It's important to note that the political landscape and policy priorities evolved over the course of his presidency. Comment down below on what you think. Leave a like if you liked the video. Do subscribe for more videos like this one.